Imagine watching your entire home being lifted into the air, suspended by mere cables and straps, your heart pounding as years of memories hang in the balance. That's exactly what Sarah experienced last month, until she discovered the method I'm about to share with you. Every year, thousands of manufactured homeowners make costly mistakes during relocation, but today you're going to learn the proven system that industry veterans have kept under wraps for decades. The manufactured home moving industry holds many secrets, and after extensive research and interviews with top professionals, I've uncovered a comprehensive approach that will transform your relocation experience. Before we dive in, you should know that moving a manufactured home isn't just about hiring any transport company and hoping for the best. It's a precise science that requires careful planning, specific timing, and insider knowledge that most people never access. Let's start with the foundation of successful manufactured home moving: the pre-move assessment. You'll need to examine every inch of your home, but not in the way you might think. Start with the marriage line if you have a double wide, checking for any separation or wear that could compromise structural integrity during transport. Professional movers often skip this crucial step, leading to devastating consequences down the road. Instead, begin by examining the metal frame beneath your home, looking for any signs of rust, warping, or stress points that could fail during transit. The next step involves a thorough documentation process that most people completely overlook. You'll want to photograph and measure every aspect of your home, including the exact placement of utilities, the angle of your roof, and even the smallest cracks in your walls or ceiling. This documentation serves two purposes: protecting you legally and providing crucial information for the moving team. Many homeowners skip this step, only to find themselves in heated disputes over damage that may or may not have occurred during transport. Here's where things get interesting: the weight distribution calculation that nobody talks about. Your manufactured home wasn't designed to be supported by just a few points during transport, so understanding load-bearing zones is crucial. Professional movers use a specific formula to determine optimal lifting points, but I'll share a simplified version you can use. Measure the length of your home and divide it into thirds. Your primary support points should be at these intervals, with additional support no more than 8 feet apart. The preparation phase is where most people make their first major mistake. They focus on securing visible items while completely overlooking the hidden components that can cause catastrophic failure during transport. Start with your plumbing system, but not just by turning off the water. You'll need to properly drain and pressurize your pipes to prevent vacuum damage during elevation changes. This is a technique that only 20% of movers actually implement correctly. The electrical system requires special attention too. Many people simply disconnect the power and think they're done, but there's a crucial step that's often missed. You need to identify and secure all junction boxes, ensuring they won't shift or separate during transport. Now, let's talk about the actual moving day preparations that separate successful moves from potential disasters. The weather plays a more significant role than you might imagine, and I'm not just talking about avoiding rain or snow. Wind speed and direction can dramatically affect your home during transport, especially for taller units. The ideal wind speed should be less than 15 miles per hour, but there's more to consider. The direction of the wind relative to your travel route can create dangerous aerodynamic effects. Professional movers use a specific schedule based on seasonal weather patterns, but they rarely share this information with clients. The best time to move your manufactured home is typically during mid-morning hours when wind conditions are most stable. The routing process is another critical component that requires careful consideration. It's not just about finding the shortest path to your destination, there's a science to choosing the right route that minimizes stress on your home. Sharp turns, steep grades, and rough road surfaces all present unique challenges. Professional movers use a grading system to evaluate potential routes, considering factors like road width, overhead clearance, and surface quality. One of the most overlooked aspects of route planning is the evaluation of bridge and overpass heights. While most people check the posted clearance, they fail to account for the additional height needed for proper home leveling during transport. The actual loading process involves a precise sequence of events that must be executed perfectly. The first step is positioning the transport beams, but there's a specific angle that maximizes stability while minimizing stress on your home's frame. Most movers position the beams parallel to the ground, but the optimal approach involves a slight angle that accounts for the natural flex in your home's structure. This minor adjustment can prevent thousands of dollars in potential damage. The lifting process requires specialized equipment, but more importantly, it demands perfect synchronization. Each jack point must be raised at exactly the same rate to prevent twisting forces that can damage your home's structure. Professional movers use hydraulic systems with synchronized controls, but there's a manual method that can achieve similar results. The key is to measure the height at each support point frequently, making minor adjustments to maintain perfect alignment. Securing your home for transport involves more than just straps and chains. There's a specific pattern of attachment points that distributes forces evenly across your home's frame. This pattern changes based on your home's size and weight distribution. Most people focus on the obvious attachment points at the frame's corners, but the real secret lies in the intermediate connection points. These should be spaced according to a mathematical formula that accounts for your home's specific dimensions. The actual transport phase requires constant monitoring of multiple factors. Professional movers use a checklist of items to watch, but many skip crucial steps to save time. You'll need to monitor strap tension, frame flex, and windage effects throughout the journey. One often overlooked aspect is the need for regular stops to check and adjust securing points. The vibration and movement during transport can cause straps and chains to loosen, potentially leading to catastrophic failures if not addressed promptly. Temperature changes during transport can affect your home's structure in surprising ways. Materials expand and contract at different rates, potentially causing stress points that weren't present during loading. Professional movers account for this by adjusting strap tension accordingly. The unloading process is just as critical as the loading phase, but many people let their guard down at this point. There's a specific sequence of events that must be followed to ensure your home settles properly on its new foundation. Before final placement, professional movers perform a series of measurements to ensure perfect alignment. This includes checking diagonal measurements across your home's footprint to confirm square alignment before lowering. The reconnection of utilities requires special attention to prevent damage to your home's systems. There's a specific sequence for reactivating each utility that minimizes the risk of problems developing later. One crucial step that's often overlooked is the post-move inspection. This isn't just a quick walkthrough, but a detailed examination of every system and component in your home. Professional movers use a comprehensive checklist that covers over 100 specific points. The stabilization period after your move is critical for preventing future problems. Your home needs time to settle into its new location, and there are specific steps you can take to ensure this process goes smoothly. Monitor your doors and windows carefully during the first few weeks after the move. Any alignment issues that develop during this period can indicate potential problems that need addressing before they become serious. Keep detailed records of any changes you notice in your home's structure or systems during the first month after the move. This information can be invaluable if you need to address any issues with your moving company or insurance provider. The final step in a successful manufactured home move is the documentation of the completed project. This includes updating your home's title and registration to reflect its new location, but there's more to it than most people realize. Take time to photograph and document the condition of your home in its new location, paying special attention to any areas that showed stress or movement during transport. This documentation can protect you from future disputes and provide valuable information for any future moves. Remember that successful manufactured home moving isn't just about getting from point A to point B, it's about protecting your investment and ensuring your home arrives in perfect condition. Take the necessary steps here, and you'll avoid the costly mistakes that plague so many others.